Hello students, welcome back. Hope you had a very enjoyable summer vacations. Enjoyable also, and I hope that you all took all the due precautions and stayed healthy and safe at home. Now, since like your studies are to be continued, we'll continue with the half-yearly syllabus now. Now, in the half-yearly syllabus, you have the two chapters of the unit test, that is the study of gas laws and the language of chemistry. And the other three chapters are water, chemical changes and reactions, and practical chemistry. Well, these in all five chapters are there, and this syllabus will be very soon uploaded on the website, so you can also check from there. So today I'll be starting with the chapter which is chapter number 2, chemical changes and reactions. I've written the heading on the board and it's on page number 19. Well, when you are doing any chapter, since it's a board class, I would advise you to always go through the scope of syllabus and accordingly you will prepare. And I'll also teach you according to the scope of syllabus so that you don't have any doubts. But when you are preparing on your own also, always check on the syllabus so that you don't miss any important topic or any important part of the chapter. Always keep in mind about that, being it's a board examination. Alright, so the heading of the chapter goes chemical changes. Part of it is chemical changes. Very often you have come across this term physical and chemical changes. Physical and chemical properties, right? Physical and chemical properties, like we say, the physical properties of metals are that they are sonorous, they have luster, they are malleable, right? Chemical properties of metals, they react with acids, like that. I'm just going to ask you to think over what do you mean by the term physical changes and chemical changes, physical properties and chemical properties. Very easy to understand. If any change is there in which a new substance, a composition, the new substance is formed, not just the state, new substance is formed, there is a change in the composition of the substance, then it is a chemical change, new chemical, right? And if there is a change in which no new substance is formed, maybe physical change is there, maybe melting is there, solid is changing to liquid, but no new substance is formed, that is a physical change. So very basic difference. In any physical change, no new substance is formed, and in a chemical change, new substance would definitely be formed, then only it would be called as a chemical change. Now if a chemical change is taking place, it is only possible if there is a chemical reaction taking place. And chemical reactions you have studied in chemistry, you have studied chemistry, the word chemistry itself deals with reactions, so many reactions you have done. In fact, in a previous chapter, language of chemistry, we were balancing reactions only, lots of reactions were there to balance. So now this time, we'll go in further detail and we'll study about these reactions, what are the different types of reactions would be there. So not just any general reactions, we have these reactions have been classified or categorized, right? So we'll be starting with that, types of chemical reactions, because if there is a chemical change, will be a chemical reaction, and everywhere around us chemical changes are taking place, new substances are constantly formed. When digestion of food takes place, new substance formed, milk gets sour, new substance formed, any cooking is done, new substance is formed. So these in the like detergents and all, when we are using it, when they react with water and all, new substances form. So chemical reactions are going around in home also, in industries also, in during respiration also, during photosynthesis also, all the chemical reactions are taking place because new substances form. So they have been classified. So we'll be studying now, I'll be starting my class with that. What are the types of chemical reactions? Alright. So let's start with that. Okay. So my subheading is types of chemical reactions. This is chemical changes and reactions. This is my first lecture on that, first class on that. So types of chemical reactions. This is the subheading of the chapter. Well, what you will, I'll start with that. The first one. Direct combination. Direct combination. First step. I'll give you its general format. The general format is if two reactants, any two reactants can be elements or compounds combined to give only one single product. Two reactants can be elements or compounds both. Either both can be elements, one can be element, one can be compound, or both are compounds. Two substances, you can say, when two substances combine to give one single product, then it is called as a direct combination type of reaction. So and the substances means elements or compounds. So instead of saying elements and compounds, I will use the word substances. So what is direct combination? When two substances combine to form one single product, it's called direct combination reaction. It's called direct combination reaction. Well children, in your notebooks, you will be giving the heading of the chapter. Whatever I am writing on the board, you will be writing in your notebook. Alright, because these would be forming your notes. This would be according to your syllabus, so we will not be worrying about whether it is like all whatever is in the syllabus. I will be covering it up, and I want you to copy down everything whichever I am writing, whatever I am writing on the board should be in your notebook, right? So remember that in my further classes also you remember about it. So what is a direct combination reaction? The reaction in which two substances, I have told you, when do we use the word substances? When we are covering a both element or compound. When two substances combine to form one single product, it's called direct combination reaction. Let's take some examples. Example A. I'll take example when A and B are both elements, right? Lot of it. Non-metals burning in oxygen, carbon dioxide, non-metals, elements. Sulfur burning in oxygen, sulfur dioxide, non-metals. This is one example. Non-metal plus oxygen. Okay. Next example. Metals like sodium reacting with oxygen. Both are elements. They form sodium oxide. Well, as I'll write the reaction, I'll also revise with you balancing also, because these two are already balanced. Now let's balance it quickly because it's not balanced. So sodium is 1 here, it is 2 here, so we have to put 2 here. But oxygen is 2 here, it is 1 here, so obviously I have to put 2 here. The moment I put 2 here, sodium changes, it would be 4. Now it is balanced, right? We'll make sure that any reaction which is written should always be balanced. If you do not balance, it's better you don't write the reaction. You will not get any mark for that. Unbalanced reactions do not get any marks in the examination. So make sure that whatever reaction you're writing, it should be balanced. If you're writing a reaction, balance. Otherwise, don't write it. Okay. So then, D part. Some more metal. One more metal. Let's take calcium. Calcium and oxygen forming calcium oxide. Again, let's balance it. Oxygen 2, 1 here, so I have to put 2 here. That makes calcium also 2. Now it is balanced chemical reaction. So two elements combining to form one single product. What type of reaction? Direct combination reaction. Elements combining to form one single product called as direct combination. Now, very important. Very important. Important word. Important. The combination reaction in which elements are combining is given a special name, synthesis. Synthesis. Well, direct combination and synthesis are not same exactly. We can say those reactions in which only elements are combining to give one single product, only those are called as synthesis reaction. Otherwise, it can be compound also, then it would be under the general category direct combination. But the one in which only elements are combined is called as synthesis. Well, I am taking, so you'll be noting down all these examples, and in synthesis, I'll write the definition here. Rather, the explanation, not exact definition. Direct combination reaction. A direct combination reaction in which elements combine. Elements. Remember the word elements. Elements combine is called as what? Is called as what? Synthesis reaction. So as I am telling you, everything which I write on the board should go in your notebook. Alright? Heading, subheading, types of chemical reactions. What is the first type? Direct combination. This is the general expression of direct combination. This is the definition of direct combination. And I have taken the first set of example. Non-metals reacting. You get one direct combination. A metal and non-metal but elements to get one single product, and such reactions are called as synthesis. Alright? Now, also called as synthesis. It's a type of direct combination. Let's go further. Now I'll take where an element is combining with, or rather first I'll take two compounds are reacting. Or an element, alright, I'll take another category. Second one. Examples, these are examples only. Second example. Element combining with a compound. Carbon monoxide burning with oxygen. This is element, this is compound. Two elements, compound, element. Carbon dioxide. It forms which gas? Carbon dioxide. One single product. So what is the second type? In which an element can combine with a compound to form another compound, one single. So this is direct combination. Same way, sulfur dioxide reacting with oxygen to form sulfur trioxide. Okay, I have not balanced, sorry. I'll balance it. First one. Carbon 1, well, it is oxygen 3 here and 2 here. Remember the second rule of balancing. Now if you do not remember balancing, children, I have taken up language of chemistry in which I have explained in my video. In that video I have explained the laws or the few rules for balancing chemical equations, which makes balancing very easy. So please do see that video. Well, here there are 3 atoms of oxygen, here there are 2. Odd number, even. Odd should be converted to even by multiplying by 2. If this becomes 2, carbon also becomes 2. Now count oxygen again. 2 plus 2, 4, and 2 into 2, 4. It is balanced. Let's balance here also. Here there are 4 oxygen atoms, there are 3. even 4, odd 3. Odd should be made even by multiplying by 2. Now when you are making this 2, then this also becomes 2. Now count 4 plus 2, 6. 3 into 2, 6. Both are balanced reactions. So this is the second type in which a compound is reacting with an element. In the first type, two elements were reacting. In the second type, a compound reacts with an element to form one single product. Now the third type of direct combination, in which two compounds are reacting to form one single product. Many examples are there. Let's take some examples. Carbon dioxide dissolving in water to forming H2CO3. Carbonic acid. You know its name. Please write it so that you remember. Carbonic acid. This is nothing. What is the common name of this? Soda water. Should write all these things because what is the chemical composition of soda water? Nothing. Carbon dioxide under pressure dissolved in water is soda water. Formula is H2CO3. Is it balanced? Yes, it is balanced. So I don't have to worry about it. So what do you see? Two compounds, one single product. It's a third category where compounds are combining to form one single product. Direct combination reaction. Further, take one more. P2O5, phosphorus pentoxide, dissolving in water, forming phosphoric acid, H3PO4. What's the name of this acid? Phosphoric acid. I've taken this reaction so that you revise the formula of phosphoric acid. Many a times you will make a mistake in that. This is not balanced. Let's balance. Well, first rule is the element which is repeated lesser number of times should be balanced first. So phosphorus 2 here, it is 1, so I put 2 here. Then oxygen in the end, right? Because it is 3 times. Hydrogen 2 here, and here there is 6, so I have to make it multiply by 2. Now finally oxygen. 5 plus 3, 8, 4 into 2, 8. Now it is balanced. Okay, one more example. Sodium oxide, Na2O, in water, forming NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Well, two compounds reacting to forming one single product. Another example of direct combination reaction. So let's balance this also. 2 sodium, 1, I'm putting 2 here. Let's see, oxygen 2, 2, hydrogen 2, now it is balanced. So what do we learn? A direct combination reaction can be of, this is the general format. It can be when two elements combine to form one single product. It can be an element and a compound to form one single product. And it can be two compounds combining to form one single product. All these are the examples of direct combination reaction. Only this category has a special name when two elements are combining. And what is the special name for that? Synthesis. Is it clear? So is this first type of reaction clear? Direct combination reaction. Okay. Now, in your book, children, on page number 22, we'll start from page number 22. You'll open page number 22, and once your book is open, you will be underlining what I am telling you. Well, slight change which I have made, you will also make in your book. They have given in the beginning on page 22 at the top that direct combination reactions are also called synthesis reaction. Well children, as I have told you, only those direct combination reactions are called synthesis in which elements are combining. So that you'll keep in mind. That is not so correctly mentioned here. All direct combination reactions are not called synthesis. Only the ones in which elements are combining are called as synthesis reaction. Okay. So you will underline all the three categories. Two or more elements combined. Then second, an element combined with a compound. And third, a compound combines with another compound. And they have given lot of reactions. So I would say that of all the three categories, at least two reactions you memorize. Of all the three categories, you would memorize any two reactions. It's up to you. Like you are asked, write an example of a direct combination reaction in which an element combines with a compound. So you should be able to write that. Or a direct combination reaction in which two compounds are reacting. So any you should be right. Or a synthesis reaction if they ask you, then you will write for two elements combining. So all the three categories, memorize any two reactions for each. Right? But you should read and see all the reactions which are given. But to memorize it, you will be doing for any two reactions. Alright children. So it is on page 22 and 23. I'll write on the board also. So these all you will be writing in your notebook. Here you will mention a compound combining with a compound. So this is one category, right? Third category. Here it was compound with an element. And first synthesis I have already taken. So all these notes should be written in your classwork notebook. So since today it's the first class, I'll be taking one type of reaction only, that is a direct combination. In my next class, we'll proceed further with the various type of reactions. So this time it is page 22 and 23. That is your work, to go through that and to write notes of whatever I have done on the board. And for the next class, again, when you see the video, you should be ready with your book, a pencil. If I ask you to underline or make any changes in your book, you should do it. And again, some reactions, whatever we are doing on the board, you will be trying to balancing it on your own. Alright children, so be prepared and keep revising your previous chapters, because very soon I'll be uploading some tests for the gas laws and also language of chemistry. So maybe after this chapter is done, I'll be taking the test of that, so revise that also. Take care children, God bless you, be safe, stay at home, take care.